I believe I'm one of the greatest competitors of all time. I will find a way to beat you. I was the last person to qualify to get into the Olympics. I was stressed, man, everything. And I go out there and I take everybody out. I beat 2 of the 4 guys that beat me at the Olympic Games, that killed me. I think that feeling, man, to represent the red, white, and blue and to see my family there, that was ultimately my dream as a little kid.
I still think of winning that 3rd belt. I really do, Mark. I really do think it's attainable. I think anybody is crazy to count me out. Yeah, hate the persona, hate the courage, but dude, facts are facts, man. I'm an accomplished athlete. If you guys can name somebody who has accomplished more than me in combat sports, dude.
It was me, my 6 siblings, you know, my mom and dad at that time, and then we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, like a shack, man, barbed wires, like the worst of the worst, man. You talk about poverty, man, you go down there. It means the world to me because, man, this is a kid who grew up like that. And, you know, having to defeat probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest mixed martial artists of all time in Demetrius Johnson.
There's a lot going on with Triple C, King Triple C for that is. I'm doing real estate. I bought a bunch of pieces of land with the money that I made. 3 duplexes right now that are being built that are be done within the next month. I'm doing hot boxing with Uncle Mike, with Mike Tyson, which is one of the world's biggest podcasts right now. They're extremely happy.
I want to fight just to get another belt, just to add more gold to the legacy. I feel like that'll put me as one of the greatest combat athletes of all time, which I already feel like I am, Chell. I've done 2 of the greatest accomplishments that any combat athlete could ever do. Win the Olympics and win the UFC title. Beat Demetrius Johnson, the greatest of all time, and beat the greatest bantamweight of all time.
You have to challenge whatever nerves you're feeling, whatever pressure you're feeling. This stuff is normal. The line should be even brighter on you because you're expected to win, and you expect yourself to win.
Every big celebrity gets invited, like Jerry Rice, like Barry Bonds, like the big A-list celebrities, and everybody was there. And we had a fundraiser that night in, you know, wine country in Santa Rosa, California. You know, and everybody had their drinks and whatnot. I had a couple glasses, maybe I had a few glasses of wine, but I don't drink wine. But I had a few glasses, and I remember I told everybody, hey, I'm going to sleep, guys. And it was close to about midnight. I was like, I ain't trying to stay up with these people.
Absolutely, guys, and this is the thing for me, guys. I know I'm a clown, whatever, but you know what? I'm having fun. At the end of the day, you know what I really care about? I care about our future. I care about those kids that are coming up that grew up just like me. As you read the book, I'm one of 7 kids raised by a single mother, born in the ghetto streets of South Central LA, and I am here today to be able to share my story with you guys. No, you guys watch. I want you guys to really pay attention because this may hit some of you guys. As a little kid, guys, my dad was a drug addict. My dad was in and out of jail. It got to the point when you read this book, it talks about how my dad pretty much sold our Christmas toys for crack money. This is the bloodstream that I come from. But on the flip side, I had a mother who was courageous, who came to this country, and maybe not the most political way. Yeah, she came here, but you guys have to understand, man, it's a war zone out there. Mom came here to this country to live the American dream, to have freedom. I'm one of 7 kids, raised in circumstances that I don't even think here in Chirac could even compare. I was a kid that was malnutrition. I was a kid that I'd be lucky to eat twice a day. At the age of 17, I found the sport of wrestling first. I was a kid, they talk about through nature and nurture how somebody is made. And I was made pretty much when I was growing up, like we never got Christmas toys. Like my mom was such a realist with us. Like, hey, listen, guys, you have 2 shirts, you have a couple pair of pants, you have some shorts. We weren't thinking about gangs and violence, we were just thinking about surviving. But something that my mom did to me that's inspired me in my life is she always edified me. It's like, Henry, you are an American.
I'd say that and probably a bit of respect for your opponent. Like, you have to be like, hey, man, this dude could possibly beat me. And you got to see all these strengths and all these weaknesses. You got to analyze everything that you know about yourself and then everything that you know about him, and then you'll reflect on the strengths and weaknesses.
My whole life changed at the age of 9 years old. I'll never forget it. I was watching the 1996 Olympics, watching Michael Johnson shattered and win the world record with his infamous gold shoes. And that changed my life forever. This African-American man, the way he shattered that, the way he quit, the way he carried that American flag with his infamous gold shoes, it changed my perspective forever.
I think of like the Simone Biles and the situation that she was in a little earlier. You know what I'm saying? It's like you always and you constantly have to be hungry as an Olympian. You know, yeah, mental stuff does exist, but when you plan for something for so long since you're a kid, you cannot forget that.
And you're going up against another creature, man. You're not going up against another normal fighter. You're going up against one of the greatest competitors of all time. And that's the way I see it. I may not be the greatest fighter, but I believe I'm one of the greatest competitors of all time. I will find a way to beat you. Like it's very profound. It's very profound for you to think like that. If you ain't thinking like that, man, it starts internal, man. Like this is I don't want to say it's all in your head because that's very cliche. It's internal. It's something much deeper than passion. I said, I'm gonna beat this man. You're gonna be forced to give me a rematch. I'm gonna beat him 125 pounds. I'm gonna take his soul. 135 pounds, and I'm gonna take his belt. Just like that. Everything that I said, I even said I was gonna knock him out in the first round because I know what it's like to cut weight. And you're going up against another creature. You're not going up against another normal fighter.